kids were lost during the Biden administration.
Mr. Secretary,
you didn't say a word about
Mr. Secretary, do not interrupt.
Don't you point your finger at me. Don't
I
be a
will
hypocrite.
point my finger
Don't you be
at
a hypocrite
you.
then. Then you be as you should be as upset about the 450,000 kids that were lost. You didn't say a word about it. For 4 years, you never said a word.
Mr. Secretary.
Could you put him in his place for
Don't yell at me.
You should be put in your place.
America, last month, ICE went into Houston and arrested 735 people. Every news channel ran that number. 735 was the entire story. It's not. The number that actually matters here is 1,711. That's how many criminal convictions those 735 people had between all of them as a group together. And 625 of them, 625 out of 735, had already hurt and endangered an American before May, before anybody called the news. So who exactly are the 735 people? And what does the mayor of New York City think is cruel and inhumane about removing them?
Today, ICE agents announced the indictment of 8 MS-13 gang members who were operating in the Dallas area. All of those charged are in the United States illegally, and one is still at large. During a news conference today, federal officials said 8 defendants between 19 and 25 years old are accused of violent attacks, including using machetes, a shotgun, and a sledgehammer in attempts to murder victims. The U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Texas says there is a gang problem in North Texas.
What is up, guys? Tyson DeLaCruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Real quick before we get into it, this whole video is about a number that everybody skipped right over. So let me give you 3 more, and these 3 are absolutely easy. Like the video, that's number 1. Drop a comment in the video, that's number 2. And subscribe to this channel, that is number 3. Do all 3, and congratulations. You just did the math that the lamestream media couldn't. 2 seconds, it costs you absolutely nothing, and it helps me out beat the dreaded YouTube algorithm. All right, guys, let's jump into it. Let me make the big number feel real first. 735 people, that's 1 city and 1 month, okay? Picture a sold-out high school stadium that is roughly how many people that this actually is. Now picture every single one of them has more than 2 convictions on their record. Not 1, 2.3. This is not a group of people who just made some random bad decisions. This is a group of people with a consistent pattern here. Written down by judges, decided by juries in courtroom. And the ICE press release that dropped on June 22nd, 2026, is less than 2 weeks ago, has this quote from a man that's in charge of the operation. His name is Gabriel Martinez. He runs the ICE enforcement and removal operations out there in Houston. I'm going to pull this right up on the screen so we can read it. So let me jump into it. June 22nd, 2022. Martinez's first quote here: "We're releasing the data not because it stands out from any other month, but because this is a snapshot of who we're arresting every single month." Stop right there. Hopefully you guys caught that. This not a special month. Every month. This is a normal month. He keeps going. He says, "The public needs to know that the aliens we're targeting aren't harmless economic migrants that the mainstream media and elected officials try to portray. These are violent criminals who repeatedly violate our laws, and there is no doubt that if we don't arrest and deport them from the United States, they will continue to commit crimes and more Americans will become victimized as a result." Repeatedly. That word right there is the entire case. Not once, not 1.5 times, twice, repeatedly. Now I'm putting the conviction breakdown up on the screen. This is from the same ICE press release. Follow along with me here. We're talking about 5 homicides and 1 attempted capital murder of a police officer. 5 people convicted of killing someone were walking Houston streets last month. 38 blank offenders, 12 blank trafficking convictions, 224 aggravated assaults and battery convictions, 30 weapons offenses, 3 kidnapping convictions, 23 DVs, domestic violence convictions, 495 DWI convictions. Trust me, you guys, 495 drunk driving convictions is not just a mere number. That is nearly 500 separate court cases where judges looked at somebody in the eye and said, guilty. Somehow those 500 court dates didn't stop these people from being in Houston. Just like you guys, I used to be shocked at these lists. But now that all this stuff is coming out, I'm way past shocked. So I showed up, I read them to you because apparently that is what it takes for people to understand what is actually on the streets and why we got to get these people out of here. These are not accusations. These are actual convictions. The legal system had already answered these questions, and I'm simply just reading the answers. Let me put some of the names on those numbers because the names make it impossible to keep this word, quote unquote, harmless in there, okay? Every name that I'm about to show you is from the official ICE press release dated June 22nd, 2026. Javier Moya Tintora, 48 years old, twice deported from Mexico, convicted of homicide. ICE arrested him on May 26th, He was deported to Mexico June 5th. Javier was convicted of homicide, deported the first time. He came back, deported the second time. He came back again. ICE found him in Houston in May. 10 days from handcuffs to a plane. That's the new clock here. Alfonso Rafael Barrela de Leon. Shout out to the last name individuals here. 41 years old. Admitted Paisas gang member from Mexico. He entered the United States illegally. This number is going to blow up 12 times. He's been convicted of drug trafficking, theft, drug possession, and illegal entry. ICE arrested him on May 15th. He was deported May 23rd. Sayonara. This El Hombre is not confused about where the border is. He knows exactly where it's at. He crossed it 12 times. He's very good at it until May. 8 days, arrested May 15th, gone, deported May 23rd. Here's the one, you guys, that I want you to sit with here. Jose Selenis Gonzalez, 41 years old, illegally entered the United States at least 10 times, convicted twice for alien smuggling, 5 times for illegal reentry, twice for illegal entry. He was convicted of smuggling other people across the border while he himself was illegal. He was helping other people do what he was already doing illegally while doing it illegally. He's been convicted of this multiple times and didn't stop him from doing it again and again. He was in Houston in April. He was gone by May 13th. I'm not going to call that person harmless like the Democrats will say that they are. Harmless. Harmless El Hombre. The court records won't let me do that. Arturo Cruz Badillo, 44 years old, 5 times deported from Mexico, convicted 5 times for DWI and once for illegally re-entering the United States. ICE arrested him May 5th. He was deported May 13th. 5 times with WDIs, 5 deportations. Came back each time. Gone. Finito burritoed in 8 days. At least in my opinion, when somebody's been deported 5 times and convicted of drunk driving 5 times, the 6th time that they cross the border, that's obviously it's a choice, right? It's a conscious decision, you know? Maybe it's just me. This very same week, ICE Houston dropped these numbers. You wouldn't guess it, you guys. The mayor of New York City went on camera and called operations exactly like this one cruel and inhumane and said they do nothing to serve the interest of public safety. Okay. That mayor's name, if you're not familiar with it, is Zohran Mamdani. And I'm going to go ahead and pull up the Washington Times article right now that's dated June 11th, 2026. Mark Wayne Mullen says he has zero respect for Mamdani amid the ICE surge threat. The secretary's comments came after Mr. Roberts played a clip of Mr. Mamdani calling ICE raids cruel and inhumane and arguing they do nothing to serve the interest of the public. And I want to put these two things side by side on the screen for you right now. On the left side here, we have Zohran Mamdani. We got the ICE raids that do nothing to serve public interests, okay? And then on the right side, we have Martinez, right? 625 aliens convicted of at least one criminal offense that killed, harmed, or put the lives of innocent Americans in danger. Both of those two things can't be true at the same time. Either you're removing 625 people who already harmed Americans, serves public safety, or it doesn't. Let me show you what Mullen said directly about Mamdani that week This is the same Washington Times article, the same week in his own words here. Let's pop that up on the screen. First of all, Mamdani is a socialist communist that I have zero respect for. He's running a great city by allowing lawless activity to continue to run rampant on his streets. Mark Wayne Mullen literally said he has zero respect for Zohran Mamdani. This is directly from the Secretary of Homeland Security about a mayor of New York City, and it's on record in the article. Now, here's the part that Mullen said about the sanctuary city policies and what they actually do to the country, and not just to their own city. What happens in these sanctuary cities, like what Mamdani is running, is that criminals go to a safe haven in New York City. They disperse throughout other parts of the city or the state and other parts of the country and continue with the criminal activity. He said the word disperse, obviously that means spread out. Here's what the word disperse means in plain English. A man the federal government can't touch in New York City doesn't stay in New York City. He moves. He goes to Texas. He goes to Nevada. He goes to Florida. The sanctuary city is not just protecting him in that one city. It's releasing him into every other cities that are available to him. Houston didn't have a sanctuary policy. Houston cooperated. Houston got 735 arrests and 1,711 convictions removed from the streets in just 1 month. Mamdani is doing press conferences right now in New York City mayor's office. This is the same man who promised every New Yorker free buses, free groceries, free childcare, then admitted that the free buses aren't going to happen in 2026 or 28. And he's calling the removal of twice deported homicide convicts, quote unquote, inhumane. The homicide convict is on a plane to Mexico right now. The Houston family on the streets where he was arrested is still there. They didn't hold a press conference. They just got a quieter, safer block. Now, let me quickly show you the timeline on these cases because the speed is the part that is the actual difference here. Pop up the timeline graphic. So arrested May 1st, deported May 11th. That's 10 days. Arrested May 5th, deported May 13th. That's 8 days. Okay, arrested May 13th, deported May 20th, that's 7 days. Arrested May 26th, deported June 5th, that's 10 days. 7 to 10 days from handcuffs to a flight home, El Hombre. The old system under the Joey Biden administration would give you a court date 14 months from now. And obviously these El Hombres wouldn't show up, release you, and you would just wander off. You'd leave and nobody would follow up with you. This system does not give you 14 months and a court date long time from now. It gives you a week. You get deported, you go back home. And now the machine has a full tank of gas. No more 76-day shutdown, no more agents working without pay. The operations are fully funded until 2029. The machine ain't stopping. And New York City, they're now the plan. They're next. Tom Homan said it directly on Fox News. You are going to see more ICE than you've ever seen in New York City, and it is coming. Let me walk you through Mamdani's current strategy of handling this nice and slow. Are you guys ready for this? This is the genius of Zohran Mamdani, okay? Step 1, call it cruel. Step 2, hold a press conference. Step 3, say, we stand with our communities. We stand with our communities. Step 4, hold another press conference. Notice what's not in any of those steps. The name of a single person from a Houston rap sheet. The name of a single American those 625 convictions were about. The name of a single victim. The plan to speak very loudly about enforcement and safety is completely quiet about what enforcement actually found. That silence, you guys, I say this all the time. That silence tells you everything about what actually matters to these people. America, a few things before I go. 1, the ICE Aero Houston's field office, the one that ran those 735 arrests, doesn't just cover Houston City. It covers 58 counties from Beaumont onto the Louisiana border all the way down to Corpus Christi. That is the entire Southeast Texas Gulf Coast. We're talking about oil workers, port workers, fishing communities, regular working families in regular working towns. 625 people who already hurt Americans were somewhere in those 58 counties. In April, in May, they weren't. They were gone. 2, the 1,711 convictions is the floor. It's not the ceiling. ICE also arrested more than 200 additional people that same month with pending criminal charges in the U.S. and abroad that have not been resolved in court yet. Those 200 plus are not included in the 1,711 number. And the month, it was bigger than what the headline said. Let me know what you think about this. Drop it down in the comment section down below. Smash the like button if you kindly would. Share, subscribe. And as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.